Hello and welcome to Whatculture here on YouTube with myself, Andrew Pollard. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn those notification bells on, and most importantly, be sure to have the very best possible day. But I am here towards the end of the working day. It's dark outside. There's no video editors even around right now, hence why this is very much a basic stripped back production, a minimalist production, I would like to say. But there's some huge news. DC Studios today announced their big slate upcoming of what they're planning to do on the big screen, on the silver screen, and on the small screen. Now, with November of last year seeing the news that DC Studios was replacing DC Films and taking the whole cinematic DC universe in a new direction for Warner Brothers Discovery, today brings a whole bunch of information on the first half of what will be known as Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So, a DC Studios event earlier today was headed up by James Gunn and Peter Safran. That was quickly followed by a Twitter video from James Gunn running through the basic points you would call it, the basic projects, the basic details. So, beginning in 2025, we will be getting a total of 10 DC movies and TV shows. They're the ones that are announced so far, with the current plan to release two movies and two HBO Max shows each year for the next 5 years after that. So that's taken through to 2030. To quickly run through what new projects have been announced, I'll start with the films, with the movies. So a lot of these do not have release dates as of yet, but one that does have a release date is it's the 11th of July 2025. We'll be seeing The Man of Steel soar to the silver screen once more with Superman Legacy. Now, this, if you've been paying attention to these stories in recent weeks and months, this film was actually announced towards the end of last year. Now, James Gunn will be writing the screenplay. He is writing the screenplay, but this will not be Henry Cavill back as Superman, and it will not be an origin story for the last son of Krypton. Instead, it will feature Clark Kent, who's already Superman, who's working at the Daily Planet, and who is trying to balance the superhero life with his day-to-day life as Clark Kent. As mentioned, Henry Cavill will not be back for this, and instead, the search is on now for a younger Man of Steel. Away from this, I'm just going to try and run through these and give brief details on each project. But the another movie announced is The Authority. Now, James Gunn is working on the film's outline for that at the moment, and the movie will focus on the Wildstorm team of anti-heroes who, let's just say, they have some extreme methods in getting justice done. Then we've got The Brave and the Bold has been announced. Now, that is a new Batman movie. And not just will we see Batman, and it will be a new Batman, but we'll see the Cape Crusader is going to be accompanied by a Robin. Now, a lot of fans have been calling to see Robin on the big screen at some point for the last several years. I mean, the last time was Chris O'Donnell. Back in the 90s. But this will not just be any Robin. No, instead, this will be the Damian Wayne version of Robin, as in the son of Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne? Did I say that correctly? I felt like I went off with an R there. But this will be Damian, the son of Bruce. The film will be based loosely on Grant Morrison's work, the Son of Batman work, where Bruce discovers that he has, not only does he have a son, but it's also the son is an assassin, a master assassin, who Talia al Ghul has kept hidden from him for all these years. Again, this will be a new Batman. It won't be Ben Affleck. It won't be Robert Pattinson. It won't be Michael Keaton. Oh, man, I just want to see. I need to see more Michael Keaton on the silver screen. Do not tease me with all of this stuff. I know we're going to get some, but we're not getting enough. But yes, this will be a new actor again under the cape and cowl of the Cape Crusader. Another movie on the way is Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, which will be based on Tom King's recent excellent, to be fair, excellent Supergirl run. And Tom King as well will be involved with the film. So Tom King's just been knocked out of the park for years. The focus of this movie will seemingly be on, I guess, Supergirl's final days on Krypton, where she's essentially drifting on a floating piece of Krypton, where she has to see her loved ones tragically die before her eyes before she then heads off to Earth. So that looks like that's going to be the loose premise of Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And the final movie announced as part of this upcoming slate for DC Studios is a Swamp Thing movie. Yes, a Swamp Thing movie. There's no massive details given about this apart from it's going to be basically it will explore the dark origins, dare I say, roots, but of Swamp Thing, which I'm intrigued by that one a lot. That one really captures my imagination. Now, I did say there's a bunch of TV series on the way as well, and some of those have already been announced as part of this announcement from DC Studios. Now, the first one, again, these ones don't have any release dates, any premiere dates as it stands right now. But this is these are projects that have just been announced literally as I record this, maybe an hour ago. So the first one is Creature Commandos, which will be an animated series and which James Gunn has already written 7 episodes of. The focus will be on Rick Flag Senior. He'll be the main character, and he'll be accompanied by the likes of Doctor Phosphorus, GI Robot, and the Bride of Frankenstein. Another TV series, and this is one that will grab the attention of many. It's just titled Waller, and it does exactly as it says on the tin, and will be a TV series based all around Amanda Waller. It will be keeping Viola Davis in that role, the role of the Wall. So that's great news because she's brilliant in that role. And the series will be set between seasons 1 and 2 of Peacemaker, with Doom Patrol's Jeremy Carver and Watchmen's Crystal Henry developing the show. Another TV series that will grab the attention is Lanterns. Now, that is a Green Lantern TV series. Now, Greg Berlanti was working on a Green Lantern TV series for years. Whether this is the next, I guess, mutation of that series, and maybe Berlanti's involved, that's not been said as of this time. But what has been said is that Lanterns will be a detective mystery and will feature Hal Jordan and John Stewart as super cops protecting the Earth, essentially in the Earth area. The show will develop a larger story as well. So this feels like it's going to be a really important TV series for this shared universe, if this shared universe is indeed to succeed. Where the Lanterns TV series will start a story that will then weave between all of these movies and these TV shows. So basically, whatever it lies ahead for DC Studios, Lanterns is going to be pivotal to it all. It's going to be sowing the seeds for everything to connect together. Another series on the way is Paradise Lost, which is a Wonder Woman prequel series that will be in the style of Game of Thrones. So it will, well, the focus will be on a Themyscira before Diana Prince, before Wonder Woman's time, where politics and power the order of the day. Game of Thrones. That's an interesting one to build off. And the final project announced, one where if I had an editor now, I'm sure I could have like a ching come off my teeth and my smile. Booster Gold. Yes, we are getting a Booster Gold TV series. There were previously plans for a Booster Gold movie, but for whatever reason, the character will now instead be spotlighted on the small screen. For those not aware of Booster Gold, he's basically a future-based hero who uses the technology of his time to come back and present himself as a hero. And interestingly, with this one, some information that's out there is that already an unspecified and unnamed actor is already in talks to take on the role of Booster Gold. If done right, that could be a very special TV series because that character, there's there's so many different, so many fun elements, so many different directions you can take things with Booster Gold. And hey, slap Blue Beetle in there as well. Let's get some Blue Beetle in there. Although there is a Blue Beetle movie on the way, so he's getting his time in the sun. So elsewhere, we already know, unfortunately, the Patty Jenkins, the Gal Gadot starring Wonder Woman franchise, that's done. As is Henry Cavill's time as Superman, as was any future for now, at least it seems for Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, and presumably one has to think as well the future's not looking great for Zachary Levi's Shazam. Once Shazam: Fury of the Gods is released later this year. For those wondering about Robert Pattinson and the Batman, Matt Reeves is the Batman Part Two. That's going to be released in October of 2025. That's going to be part of a separate corner of DC Films, of DC Studios, that's just been dubbed DC Elseworlds. Now, comic book wise, Elseworlds is a title that's used for basically stories that can exist outside of the main canon of whatever books of the day. So you can tell any story, whatever you want to tell. It doesn't have to make sense in terms of main continuity. You just go for it. So the Batman will exist there. That'll be the Batman Part Two and Part Three, and also Joker Folie à Deux. So basically, Elseworlds will be a corner of cinema where non-connected main DC Studios movies can be housed if needed. So, taking all of that into account, that's a lot of information I've had to cram in there. I'm fully aware. But taking all that into consideration, what do you think about these latest DC Studios announcements? Which projects are you particularly looking forward to? And as always, is there some that maybe you're thinking, Really? But which other heroes and villains would you like to have seen brought into the spotlight, be that in a movie or be that on a TV screen? Let us know. Take to the comments, as ever. Be sure to take to the comments to let us know your thoughts. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn notification bells on, and be sure to come and give us a follow on Twitter at WC_comics or our main channel, which is simply at Whatculture. In the meantime, as well, you can come and follow me if you really want on Twitter at Culture Left Peg. I've been Andrew Pollard. You have a great rest of your day, whether you're doing something, whether you're doing nothing. My lighting seems to have gone very strange, I've just noticed, but just make sure you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you down the road.